Hey everyone, Tankenstein here, and in this video I've got your gameplay for the Heinkel HE-112 B-2/U2. This is a currently rank 1 battle rating 2.0 fighter for the German air tech tree, but of course flies in Romanian colors, and look at this paint scheme, it is wunderbar. Now that being said, this vehicle is currently about $35 in the marketplace, despite again being rank 1 battle rating 2.0, but it does have a very powerful armament for this BR with two 20mm cannons, even though they are of course the MGFF with the limited amount of ammunition that they carry, plus they don't have the mine shells that you're typically used to, and it does have LMGs, but of course you can also load those up with universal shells which have tons of incendiary ammunition. Now you might be asking yourself, why is this worth $35? And quite honestly, it isn't. However, it is a bit different than what you have with the HE-112 B1U2, which is more easily accessible. For example, the engine is a bit better. So you have it right here. This has the 210E with takeoff power of 697 horsepower, whereas this has takeoff power of 726 horsepower. So a little bit less than 30 horsepower increased, despite the fact that it is the same BR, and of course it has the same exact stat card. My feeling for that is just that somebody at War Thunder just kind of decided to put the stat card to be the same between these two, even though it does feel like, and I have flown this around a little bit, it does feel like this 30 horsepower increase is a little bit noticeable, but of course it does actually feel like it cools a little bit better. Now that 30 horsepower increase is just due to a direct injection method that was used on this rather than again the E model, so if you guys want to have the reason for that, that's that. But otherwise this is pretty much your standard HE-112B series. Very cool. It's just a little bit more powerful, and of course $35. Now that said, let's get into a few matches here, see how we could do. Like I said, I think that the stats are a little bit better than what this shows, but not by too much. Let's do it. So it looks like we've got two P400s down here, and one thing that you'll notice with this plane, if you ever play it, or the other B series, the B1U2, is that you will be up-tiered quite a bit. Unfortunately, however, this is a pretty capable plane. I think I mentioned it in the intro, but it feels like the cooling capabilities of this aircraft are quite a bit better than your other variants of it. So I'm going to turn down here, hope he's not going to hit me. I've got the energy advantage at this point. Turn down, hopefully, maybe I'm a little bit too fat. Nope. But I am not accurate enough, as one could expect. Now I do notice that the cooling on this aircraft does feel a bit better than other HE-112, so there is that. I'm going to use my LMGs here, just kind of... So like I said, the MGFFs, they're not fantastic. The mine shells that you get with the MG-151 are substantially better than the HE shells, the air target belts that you get with this plane. Not too bad, got the kill and a weird glitch near the end there, but I'm going to likely go for this SBD. Now the great thing is that if you're accurate enough with the LMGs, you can still get yourself some kills, especially if you know exactly where to aim. And it always happens that a lot of these earlier planes, they don't really have the greatest pilot protection, so I can still get some pilot snipes against them. So that said, if this HE-112 does not get this SBD-3, I'll try to get him, but who knows? And that is a V5, so it is a lower ranking HE-112. Let's do this. Okay, got some nice hits off on him. Now I am out of my cannon ammunition. Okay, I hit him pretty decently. Put these flaps on. Swing back around. And that 30 extra horsepower, a lot of people might say to themselves, but that really doesn't make a difference. It does. It genuinely does. You know, it's not so much like that you get 30 extra horsepower. Like 30 extra horsepower on a lot of other planes genuinely won't make much of a difference. But in this aircraft, it does, because it's a large percent of the increase that you otherwise have, or a large percent of the base, right? You're getting a little bit less than 5%, probably around what, 4-ish%, if my real quick math is correct, because you were hovering around 700 horsepower in the first place. You had about 30, give or take around what, 3.5-4%. So that does make a difference. Not a huge difference, but definitely a somewhat noticeable one, which is more than welcome. So it looks like we got one guy left here on the enemy team. You know, I'm not expecting that I'll be the one to actually go kill him. But that said, let's get into another match here, have a good time, because of course playing low BR battles is all about having a good time. Oh, looks like he is here, but I just expended some of my ammunition on a light tank, so who knows? I'll try to fight this guy, but there's not any guarantee that I'll actually get the kill. Okay, it looks like I'm going to head on with him. Gonna turn down a little bit. Okay, I struck him with my LMGs, which is always nice. Didn't really take too much damage here. Put them flaps on, come back up. He's in a favorable firing position for me. Hit him a few times with those LMGs, hoping for ignition versus this guy, because that might be about the only way I can actually get the kill. Otherwise, I might have to rely on a pilot snipe. Oh, look, I ignited him and killed him. So that said, let's get into the next match. Not too bad. Not a huge fan of getting into low BRs, if you guys don't know already, but some of these planes, especially a really interesting one, like in my opinion this one, I feel like deserve recognition. That said, let's get into the next match. So while I can't really confirm one way or the other whether or not this extra 26, 27 horsepower does all too much, it feels like it, and it also feels like, again, this doesn't really overheat as much as the other variant. Okay, so we have this Sukhoi 2 coming up. Got the kill. He hit me a little bit. None too shabby, though. I got lucky with that pilot snipe. I am going to say it's courtesy rather, of my... Oh! Ho, 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 ho! This guy snuck up on me. Courtesy of my very, very nice 20mm cannons, which, again, despite the fact that they are just 20mm cannons, they are still better than not 20mm cannons. So I'm going to go for this J1N1 here, likely. I feel like I can probably get a better beat on this guy than the one who's diving actively. Yes, I can. And... okay, got the kill, I'm assuming. Those things typically go up like tinderboxes, so to speak. One thing I'm noticing here is that the rudder is really off. Maybe it's I haven't used an HE-112 in quite a while. This thing feels not very comfortable. Okay. I'm going to turn around here. Or turn away, rather. Go back up for him. Got the kill. 2 kills! Real quick. My engine's dying, however. But not too bad. I got 2 kills pretty much instantaneously on the same type of aircraft. Gonna probably go for this Lag 3 if I can help it. But I don't think I will be able to. So that being said, you know, again, I like this sort of gameplay because it's just here to have fun and, you know, kind of show off aircraft that otherwise people might not see in game. So I said, let's go have another match here. Maybe have another good time. I might play some AB, might not. Who knows? But that said, let's get into it. Not too bad. 3 kills in like 2 minutes. So it looks like here we are following some other quick hits. I am in a match of Air RB, or Air AB rather. And, you know, just so you guys know, when it comes down to it, like that last match, how obviously I was sitting behind that guy's defensive gunner. I really don't give a damn. You know, I play this game, especially when it comes to these kooky little aircraft, I don't really like playing in bottom tier all too much, low tier. It just doesn't really feel great. But, you know, I still do it because, of course, sometimes it is really fun. And especially when I have access to these really unique-ish aircraft, it's cool. So, you know, if you want to criticize me based on, oh, I didn't get out of the way of his defensive gunner, okay, that's fine. I got some guy who's, like, on my, who keeps insulting me. He's like, oh, Tankenstein sucks. His kill-death ratio with the F1s, or the F5C is terrible. It's like, okay, what about my kill-death ratio with the F104G? It's like 3-to-1. You're gonna look at that? You know, like, come on. You know, everyone gets so uppity with this game sometimes that when it comes to aircraft where I'm not actually doing a review on them, because reviews, I have to go into ground matches a lot of the time, and, you know, especially when it comes to aircraft, I have to go into ground matches, and, you know, I die a lot in those because you're trying to deliver a payload, of course, and that doesn't always work out. So when I'm trying to deliver a payload in ground AB, or ground RB rather, I die, you know, and I don't get any air-to-air kills. Sometimes that can be like 10 times where that happens. So of course I'm going to have a crappy kill-to-death ratio in a lot of these premium planes, you know. It might be 1 to 1, might be 1.5 to 1, might be less than 1. But it's going to happen because of how reviews work. But unfortunately, some people don't understand that. Again, I'm not really pissed off about it. It's just like, think, you know? But anyways, so here we are, ground AB, or air AB rather. This guy's got a special edition Gladiator, very cool. Sorry to take you out of that so early. Not doing poorly here. Heinkel 51. It's my brother. Ooh, gotta turn. Do not want to have my engine damaged. In my opinion, engine damage at this BR is probably about the biggest killer that you can get. Aside from, of course, these people who can very easily outturn me, which he is doing. So I might just have to go in for a head-on versus this P26 here, because I'm not going to survive too much longer in this current course of action. Okay, I was going to go for this guy here. Nice. Okay, that's fine by me. 6 kills, not too bad. I'm happy with that. So that said, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Of course, please like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the dealio. Every single interaction that you guys have with my channel is nice. You know, genuinely, it really is. I appreciate it. Even the critical people, like the guy who I was just describing before. I don't know if he's ever going to see this video, but, you know, he's been doing it for months. He's like, oh, it's F5C. You know, it's like, come on. I get it. You know, I haven't played the F5C in months anyways, but outside of a few days ago, I guess. But regardless, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.